All right, folks, an opportunity has arrived for me to get a little quick slip into the amazing Zenarah Platform with Tammy and Samar. So my name's Phil Saunders. I'm the CEO of a company called Classic Health Australia. We've been around for a number of years now, supplying pretty advanced scientific consciousness and frequency systems to the local market in Australia and New Zealand, be it doctors, naturopaths and whatever. You're probably all aware of the presence now of frequency medicine and the area of frequency technology to be playing a major role in modern health. Certainly there are a number of companies now that have come forward with various different systems. We've been working with WDS in the UK for 10 years or so, who have been developing advanced systems in this area for 35 years now. The eLibra system that we have from WDS is an advanced, very advanced frequency solutions, energy solutions system, going right across the platforms that doctors and naturopaths would embrace, and right into, in more recent times, into the aspect of consciousness. So whether it be the boosting of immune systems or the energetic side of that realm, not being a medical approach, being an energetic approach to these things with chakra balancing and chakra effectiveness, clearing of energies and so forth, limiting belief reporting, current psychs, all of the Hula-Clark work, for instance. A standard eLibra looks like this. This is the flagship product of the eLibra of the WDS system. Very advanced, 350,000 formulas in this little beast, all able to communicate with clients and so forth using the quantum star system that embraces quantum physics entanglement technology to locate and to communicate with clients. And we're talking clients that are either animal, plant or human based. There's 350,000 formulas in that system, used by vets all over the world for animals. We have a system here of gardens, ourselves and our house and the laboratory and so forth, in an environment where that whole environment is energetically charged for positive outcomes. So we're right into particularly the consciousness side of things. It doesn't matter whether it's our property here from or specific rooms or whatever. There is an ability there to create an environment inside that using the eLibra. Very powerful. There are a number of these systems squirreled away, and I know of at least one that is used in a law firm in New South Wales, where the environment, the positive environment there that's presented in things like mediation, is very quietly used for an energetic outcome. So those sort of things are what we're talking about here. Again, there's no curing going on. There's no claims being made here. There's no, anything like that. There's purely a situation where there is an ability to create an enhanced environment energetically. Things that, of course, are poo-hooed by, the modern science, the modern approach to medical science these days is still slowly coming alive with the reality of consciousness and so forth. We operate in that area majorly. We make no claims. We break no laws. We don't try to cure anybody of cancer or anything like that. We don't go down that track. So we operate very well inside what people say about what happens when they're involved. So the eLibra is the flagship. We'll have that up fully explained and fully available to clients on the 24th of November on the Zenarah. We can't wait for that. We have a very big audience in Australia and New Zealand of people all over the place that are able to remotely be to have reports and things done, for their energetic systems, as far away as Auckland. So that's the first thing. That particular system and WDS as well, we are very excited about this as a new release. This is a system that's been created for addiction. Now, such is the case with the way that in the WDS people work in the UK. Again, this has been well tested now in the UK and in Europe, and is in at least one area of the UK has had enough success to attract government support in funding for rehabilitation of drug addicts. So we have a number of these now in Australia that will be available for clinics in Australia to use, and we are helping families, for instance, with the possibility of helping their families, their children, maybe with gaming issues or possibly alcohol or drug addiction. Again, no claims here. This is new stuff. It's very exciting to see the outcomes that are happening at this particular point in time, particularly in that area where it couldn't be need more. So more on that on the 24th of November, when we come formally onto the platform with releases of all of these things that are coming. We're very much a bunch of people who work with natural, with our natural health people and with our doctors. We have doctors who have e-libraries. We have naturopaths that are very interested and involved with both of these products naturally, and we have a couple of others as well, which are again what we call areas where people these days can actually help themselves. There's a number of aspects now where we have a situation of a product called RBTI. Now, for a person like me or anybody that's over 50, for instance, the performance of their digestion is extremely important, and it's a bit of a mystery, and it can be quite complicated to go and find out from a doctor or whoever it may be, and go through a process of getting to work with this. Now, when I was introduced to this, the company Balanced Energy Health, said to me, would you like us to test you on this? And I said, yeah, well, what does it do? Well, fundamentally what it does is it tells me exactly what nutrients my body is absorbing from the food that I eat. Ever had that before? Without going to a great deal of trouble to find out what's going on or whether your digestion's working. You speak to most people, that I speak to people up and down the street every day, or people who come in, they don't know what's going on with their digestion. Well, with RBTI, I can get a sample of urine, and I can get a sample of your saliva, and I can send it to the laboratory, get it tested, and come back and let you know exactly what is going on with your digestion, how fast or slow it is, whether it's working properly, how far away from balancing things in homeostasis properly, what nutrients you're absorbing, and produce a simple set of documents that says, all right, well, if you adjusted these things, when you're going to eat a berry, eat this one. When you want to eat a sweet piece of fruit, the way your digestion's working, use this, do this, do this. The results are pretty good. Weight balancing. The whole thing is about helping people help themselves. My philosophy is if you can learn to do this and simply follow a chart and be responsible for the results yourself. If you want to work with a naturopath or a doctor, we've got plenty of them using this equipment. But if you want to be responsible yourself and take responsibility, if you've got an alcohol problem or if you've got a drug problem, or just so happens, you want to take responsibility, give it a shot. It's affordable. If you want to find out how your digestion's working, if you're in the COVID crap drama that's going on, or you're being targeted as somebody who's 50 to be marginalised, and you really want to be fit or you want to be healthy, and you'd like to learn some simple steps of how it can be done, RBTI will, for starters, help you in a very simple way to be able to look at this and go, okay, if I'm going to eat this, I'll eat a banana. Or no, hey, is the banana on the list? Well, I don't need one of those. I need one of these. Eat some citrus fruit, whatever. Simple set of charts that says, do this for 10 days, have another test. Oh my God. And the whole thing's moved, homeostasis is balance, and you've moved from here right up to here. You're getting close now. And you're responsible. You've done it for yourself. You haven't gone down and had somebody say to you, take a pill. It's just a philosophy, folks. This is what we're about. The other product that's very similar to this is a thing called Zenarah. Now, inflammation, the word inflammation, if you're involved in health in any way and you know anything at all, if you've studied a little bit or inflammation is a major issue. Again, if you're in that audience above 50, it's a major, major issue. It can be. What are you eating? What are you doing? All that sort of stuff. So there is a very powerful bunch of scientists out of Italy that have created a product called Zenarah. And it is not just an oils product. It is a whole different approach to how you balance inflammation with your essential oils. And then we're not talking about flowers. We're talking about, particularly bottom of the sea fish oils. If you're vegan, well, you can have these oils in vegan format that are plankton and so forth. Very effective, very inflammation reducing. Now, it's not magic. There's some fundamentals that you need to do. But the first thing is they test you, they self-test you. You can self-test, you can get a test, you can prick you. If you want to go to the chemist, they'll do it for you. Or you want to go to a doctor or a naturopath, they'll prick you. And they send the little bit of blotting paper with your blood on it off to an independent laboratory in Finland. And that laboratory sends you back and says, all right, well, this is the current state of what's going on. You're way out, or you're looking good. This is good. Pat on the back, well done, you're looking after yourself. About 90% of people are living in modern day with the stress that they're living with are out, insanely out. And inflammation is a number one killer, it's a number one messer. It's a number one problem. You've got a problem? Probably inflammation's got something to do with it. So it's a self-test. It's easy. You can manage it yourself if you want. If you don't want to, then you've got a list of naturopaths or a list of doctors. You can go and get access to this stuff if you like. There's even chemists now all over Australia just saying, come on in and we'll do a Zenarah test on you. So you can do it whichever way you want. That's the way it's moving these days. You can be looked at, we see helping people help themselves. It's the same as these systems we have. The eLibris system. The eLibris system doesn't do anything. In reality, what it does is it wakes people up to the current situation and allows themselves to go and get help to fix and sort out what's going on. Rather than, hey, go and buy a bottle of pills from us. Sometimes, sometimes you've got to do some digestive enzymes or whatever. But if you can engage in self-help, if you can engage in fixing and getting help where you're actually... I'm amazed at some of the beautiful doctors we work with who talk with people about self-help, about what's wrong. And what do you suppose that's about? And it usually becomes, or it usually has something to do with a stress or consciousness-related issue. eLibris is perfect for that. It might just be an ability for somebody to look inside about why do they feel like they feel, whatever it may be. But the stories that come back about people using this kind of philosophy of self-help are really profound. And, depending upon what you want to do, it's plain just, it's really marvellous to have some input in the solving of a problem that you may have for yourself or your loved ones. It's just a beautiful way to go. And the technology's there with it now. It's just jumping out at us. Okay, so let's look at a little bit of an introduction to Classic Health Australia. That's who we are. We work with some beautiful people in the professional fields, doctors and naturopaths and things like that. We help people directly, just help themselves, have good habits. We don't heal anybody. We're not breaking the law in any way. In that way, we're not telling people that we're going to cure them of cancer or any of that sort of nonsense. It won't happen. But we can help people. I'm pretty happy with, being the age that I am and having the vitality that I do, way above my age. We got some runs on the board, and we're going to be live on Zenarah on the 24th of November, loud and clear about it, with some things that, some aspects for your health and your conscious health particularly, access to source, soul essence, core issues, all sorts of beautiful stuff that you can get together with your friends and get some uplift. So we're looking forward to working with Zenarah big time, and that'll be on the 24th of November. ClassicHealthAustralia.com.au. Phil Saunders is my name. All the contact details and so forth are there, and we'll look forward to being in touch with you there and then. Thanks very much for your attention.